Hey there, everyone. It's Alec here from Absurd Aces, and today we're going to be talking about college football and broadcast, whether it'll be a relatively short radio. So let's get into it. I think you guys can see my screens, hopefully. And, yep. I got this yesterday. See, okay, here we go. Week 15. This is not what I'm looking for. Week 14. Yes, I think, yeah, okay. Okay, let's go through the rankings, guys. Not the rankings. I think the rankings actually came out just today, so I think we can check those in just a second. So, let's just go through some of the big games, like Texas versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech won 48-45. It was actually a pretty cool game. Let's take a look. Iowa versus Nebraska. Iowa almost lost, but hey, they held up, and Iowa won versus Nebraska 28-20 with 4 touchdowns. So not too bad, and I'm hoping Iowa can strive up and get that BCS national championship win. And they probably won't. And so Oregon, guys, almost lost Oregon State. They won by 10 points, so good job, Oregon. Not so good this year. TCU won against Baylor 28-21. It was a relatively close game. I got to see the start of that game, and it was pretty crazy. You know, there was some of them plays going on. Marshall versus Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky actually took this one by quite a lot, taking the game 28-49, and they won that game by 3 touchdowns, so not too bad at all. And Western Michigan, first win ever in school history against Toledo. It's not their first win versus Toledo probably, but is their first win versus the AP top 25 team. So that is pretty cool. So great job, Western Michigan. I was actually hoping Toledo would win that game. Sorry, messing up my teams. Missouri, Arkansas. Arkansas took this one by far, 28-3. Washington State, one of the great rivalries, 45-10. Washington. Boise State wins against San Jose State. Tulsa went against Tulane, which is awesome for me because I like Tulsa, but I don't live wherever Tulsa is. But Clemson wins against South Carolina by just 5 points, guys. Can they actually win that BCS national championship? And yeah, they probably can, but if they end up facing Alabama at one point, I don't know. I think Alabama has a pretty good chance, but hey, you never know. And I also think Iowa has a great chance against them. You know, I think Iowa definitely could beat South Carolina too. Probably by about the same amount, by 5 points. Probably both teams wouldn't have scored as much. But guys, we have a good team, Clemson here, who could lose sometime soon, and I think that's what everybody's hoping for. There's a lot of us that love Clemson. There's a lot of us that hate Clemson. Ohio State wins versus Michigan by a lot. Of course they do. Colorado loses to Utah 14-20. So actually a really good job by Colorado. And Utah winning by just 6 points. So Utah, I don't know what they were thinking there. They might not have been so hyped. Might have been because of the cold weather. They weren't doing so good. You never know. North Carolina versus North Carolina State. Fun game to watch. I didn't watch too much of it, but I watched at the end of it. And North Carolina wins versus North Carolina State. I actually love watching this game, and it's a really fun game to watch. And UCLA USC 40-21. USC wins it by a good margin of 19 points. So now we have Northwestern, who wins against Illinois by just 10 points, but they are number 13. And I don't know, guys. I don't know how. So, sorry. Okay, something just happened. I just heard something unplug. Give me a second. Hey, could you see if that's still plugged in? Sorry, guys. Okay, now we're good. Give me a second. So, guys, I'm going to have to end the stream pretty soon. So, let's see. Oklahoma once against Oklahoma State. Virginia Tech last play. I'm probably pretty sure it's the last game for Mr. Boomer. I think that's his first name. Yep, all these other games pretty good. Kansas State. Kansas State won, of course. Colorado State versus Fresno State. That was a really fun game to watch. I watched all of it. It was really cool. And okay, so yeah, that is it for the college football scores. And I don't think we'll be able to look at rankings, guys, but that is up to you if you actually want to check that out. So let's just get into the talk. Brock Osweiler. Let's just take a look at this guy. You know, he's been doing really well. And the question is he the new starter? Is Peyton Manning out? And right here, started Denver Broncos quarterback Brock Osweiler, one of patience, preparation, then and work. Okay, so he's probably Peyton Manning's probably going to get that starting job back, but after how long is the question. And so, guys, look at this guy. He's actually pretty old, but is he that one quarterback who's going to get the starting job? And I think, yes, he is. This kid has actually done really well so far this season, and my battery's about to run out, so I need to hurry this up. But this kid right here has been doing really well. Let's just take a look at probably some of his stats. I know that he won against the Patriots, so, it might not have been him. I think this kid needs a little bit more work. He's not a starter over some of these other quarterbacks. He's a starter because Peyton Manning is not doing good this season. I know all the Peyton Manning lovers up there are thinking, what do you mean he's not doing good? And it's just, you have to be honest, this guy has the most interceptions in the league. I mean, let's just take a look, guys, at the number of interceptions for Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, interceptions, 2015. Let's just take a look through here. Dun, 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 dun. It's probably not going to tell me. Yep, here we go. Last season, that's not this season, is it? No. Look at this guy. His interceptions in his career: 15, 23, 19, 10, 9, 14, 12, 16, 17, 11, 10, 15. This guy is just known for interceptions, but this guy isn't doing so well. Brock Osweiler might not get the start right away, but once this guy leaves, this guy is a starter guaranteed for at least a year, And I think Peyton Manning, just after this year, he needs to stop. He's 39, 40. If he hurts himself real bad, it just won't be good for him. And, this guy, he just needs to stop. I'm sorry. Brock Osweiler having some great stats. Lots of yards, about 800 yards in 2 games now, in these last 2 games. So that really well for Osweiler. I was looking last night on Sunday, and it was 412 yards exactly a game. So he had 412 yards in each game. Well, basically, that was his average for the past 2 games. So, he's been doing really well, and I think this kid deserves that starting role. Definitely. And, yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's, whatever. And look at that. Look at this mouse. Yeah, so by the way, before I leave, I have the live stream. And that's because there's really no way for me to just show my voice because my computer doesn't have a webcam or anything. It's a ThinkPad. It's one of those-ish computers. But, I think, guys, Brock is the starter. And the Broncos need to give him a little bit more of a chance. But, they really have. They've given him the right chance. And, I think this kid is definitely one of the he's going to be a great player in the NFL. And I want to see what this draw thing is. I don't know. Whatever. I want to do draw. Whatever. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next. Peace out. Bye.